Hey, what's up, guys? Today I'm gonna show you some Jett on Haven. Haven's a really sick map for Jett. Haven's actually just one of my, not my favorite maps, but it's up there for sure. It's a pretty good map. It's the only map with 3 sites, so you have extra places that you can, in this case, updraft as Jett. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys starting with A. So they did nerf Jett recently. She isn't like super nerfed, but she does only have one smoke now, but she still has updrafts, and updrafts are just as good as they were before in most cases. So, first updraft I like to use is right here. This is usually on Jett. I like to kind of rotate between where I play. So, this is one of the spots. If you just play A as Jett, this is also good. You can just sit up here like this. You can play it one of two ways. You can sit here close and kind of jiggle, if you know how to jiggle. And see if they're walking through short like this. And then you can also wait like this. I kind of like to wait, especially if you know there's a lot coming out quickly, or if they're droning, or if they're coming out long as well. So you have to be careful of long here because there's a good chance that the enemy team will come out and you'll get flanked. But hopefully you have a teammate to back you up or something like that. So this is a good spot. You can also play here. This is more risky because you're seen from short no matter what, but you can jiggle long from here. Maybe if someone's like pushed up short on your team, up here like this, you can kind of hold long like this. But that's about it for the updraft spots. You can go here, but it's kind of just like, you know, no reason. Whenever you're attacking, this is a good thing to do. Come like this. The enemy team will obviously hear that unless they're really far away. But this is really good if you just want to take fights with people and, you know, try to speed up the round, get a free round win. So yeah, moving on to B site here. There's also a lot going on, as you can see, as far as like high ground. So this is like I'm just gonna tell you, this spot right here is really good. It's not an updraft spot, obviously, anyone can jump up here, but this is one of my favorite spots to play in. Just because it's whenever you come in B, there's two things you really have to. Well, actually, there's like four. You have the two links, and then you have the two corners here. So usually people like to clear like close left. You also have these corners, so you have to kind of like multitask. But if someone swings you and is looking right here, it's kind of odd, unless they just know that you play there. So yeah, but anyway, moving on to updraft spot right here. This works for any one like on the high ground, obviously. All these do. So not necessarily just Jett, but if you clicked on this video, I'm guessing you're interested on how to do it for Jett. So right here is a good spot. I wouldn't sit directly in this corner because it is cleared pretty often. So I would move out kind of like this and hold, you know, kind of just like this. Or you can hold a little bit closer, or you can hold way back, but this becomes harder because they can come from like anywhere here. But you can also updraft here. Of course, people do this quite often. You have to be careful here and here, and sometimes down here if you haven't been watching it the whole time. But you can kill people like this, especially if you're an opper or if you are using a vandal. That's about it for B site updrafts though. Garage, there's nothing crazy. You can sit like this because this is actually kind of uncommon. I do not use this much, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend that you do this like a bunch, but you can do this like once or twice in a game if you really need to get a free round and they like go in garage or something like that. But if they don't like come in garage, then, you know, another reason not to do it. So C site, we have one obvious spot here. This one's really good. This is just like the one over here on A. It's essentially the same thing. This can work on eco rounds. It can work on buy rounds if you have knives. Doesn't really matter. But enemies will clear this corner, especially in higher ranks. People will clear this corner in higher ranks, but in like Immortal or Diamond, people don't usually clear this rank. So especially up here as well, they don't always clear it. They usually turn to the right, so they'll like see you and they're on the top of their screen, so they'll have to flick up really hard to see you. But they'll likely not be able to kill you before you're able to kill them. So you have a better shot to kill like one or two of them. So you can kill like one or two, smoke, dash, and then you can land on this box. This is kind of crazy, but it's better to kind of try to get out and with a kill or two. But another good spot you can play is right here, kind of just waiting for enemies to come out. Make sure you don't get flashed. Make sure no one's in garage, coming from garage. Another spot I like to play is back here. Again, this isn't always a, this is not an updraft spot, but that's okay. I like to kind of hold long like this, but you're gonna have to be careful of garage, because if if one of your teammates is not watching it, then this is of course quite risky, because if they split C, you're just screwed unless uh, unless you're able to somehow kill them all. But another spot for updraft is here. You can updraft, and people like to op like this right here, and this is really good as long as you don't get killed from garage or flanked, but usually shouldn't be. Come here to swap things up. This puts you in a slightly more open spot, because as you can see, I'm more over to the right from this one, from this corner of the box. So you almost definitely have to dash to get out there. Whereas in this case, you'd probably still dash to get out in this case, but say you take your op shot, you can maybe get away with like going like that, because sometimes people won't be aiming there or whatever. But yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else on attack. That's about it for defense. That's about it for this map, I think. But I'm just trying to make sure there's nothing else that I would be doing if I was playing Jett. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's kind of easy map. Sometimes I do this actually, like, because you do want to clear this corner. And if you could time it so that you have a teammate behind you running up here, and then you updraft, clear the corner, make sure Heaven's probably smoked or whatever. You know, you can do that. I showed you guys the one right here for A. Just gonna make sure that when this is smoked, they can be right here, or like walking up the stairs anywhere here. So it is kind of a risky play, but it is good if you know you're kind of, you know, a little bit better than the enemy team. Little bonus, you could kind of sit on this spot right here. This is absolutely useless, but you know, hey, if you gotta save, you gotta save, right? But anyway, guys, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed. Swapping it back to Jett, because I'm enjoying Jett now a little bit. But yeah, remember to like, subscribe, comment. See you guys next time.